Hi everybody, it's Bridget and I'm back for another video, and today I'm back to talk about one of the biggest pieces of shit on YouTube. One of the worst YouTubers out there. He's just scum. I'm back to talk about Michael Green, aka Kid Behind the Camera. Now, I've done several videos about this guy before, exposing this guy, and they usually get pretty good views. So I figured I might as well come back and do another one. And there's some more shit going on with him. So I figured what I might do is I might react to a video somebody else, a little bit of a video somebody else made about him first, and then let's see what's going on his channel. Apparently Charlie Chill is back, and Charlie Chill got arrested again, and he's arguing with Charlie Chill. If you want me to do a video about Charlie Chill, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video about Charlie Chill too. But Charlie Chill is apparently back, unless he's clickbaiting us, which he loves to do. But for those of you that don't know, Michael Green started a channel in 2010, with the Angry Grandpa channel, and I like the videos with his father Charles Green, the Angry Grandpa videos. But when I found out what this guy. When I figured out what this guy was all about, I just didn't want anything to do with him. He's a horrible person. He is horrible. He was abusive to his wife Bridget. The police were called and he was arrested. He started dating Bridget when Bridget was underage. I think she was 16. And just all this stuff. He clickbaits people now like crazy. All his videos are clickbait. He's just a horrible person. Like I said, he was horrible to his wife Bridget, but she's not innocent either. She is not innocent in this either. But like I said, he started dating her when I think she was like 16. So that's just right off the bat, it's just so creepy, so creepy. But yeah. So let's get into it. Let's expose this piece of shit. Michael Green, a.k.a. Kid Behind the Camera.
Stop.
Michael, what are you doing?
Nothing.
What is wrong with you? Why are you breaking our TV?
The remote doesn't work for it anymore. Something's broken. You need to stay away from my TV. I'm tired of it.
So right off the bat, you can see how angry he is at Bridget in here. You can see he's arguing about a TV. He's saying the TV doesn't work anymore. Apparently, Bridget's saying he broke the TV. This is just so effed up. This is such a bad situation. I mean, their relationship is definitely toxic, but I think he's just toxic on his own. He's just a different level of toxicity.
Call the cops if you do anything to this. I'm not gonna do nothing. Then why are you standing with whatever that thing is?
And the very beginning of this is just showing clips of him and his father, Charles Green. This is what they used to do. I think a lot of this was staged, too. I mean, they would just fight and scream and yell at each other, and he would pull pranks on his father, Charles, a.k.a. Angry Grandpa. I mean, but I think a lot of this was staged, too. But that's just basically the beginning of this video.
You guys want me to respond to the hate comments that you've been leaving in the comments section because I guess for some reason you hate us.
Meet Michael Green, the guy who spent nearly 20 years pointing a camera at the people who loved him and calling it a career.
Yes, he did. That's all he did was point people. And his father did love him. His father did love him too. And he just pulled pranks on him and got him angry. Like I said, I think a lot of it was staged, but I'm sure a lot of it. I'm sure not all of it was.
Camera, uploading whatever he could to a platform nobody had figured out yet. What he figured out early and never stopped doing was that other people's reactions made better content than anything he could script himself. That instinct built Kid Behind a Camera into one of YouTube's longest running channels. It also built the exact pattern that would follow Michael through every major relationship in his life. Find the person closest to you, find what makes them react,
and exploit them.
Upload it, repeat for years, until the reacting and the
exploit
relationship
them.
is impossible to tell apart. Millions of people watched that formula for over a decade and thought they were watching someone who loved to showcase himself and the drama that unfolded in his
life. He definitely loves to showcase himself. He definitely loves to showcase himself.
took years to fully come into focus, and when it did, it was considerably less wholesome than the thumbnail art suggested. Because behind the pranks, behind the reactions, behind the subscriber milestones and the brand deals and the millions of views was a documented pattern of exploitation, domestic violence arrests, financial manipulation.
Yep, here we go.
To sacrifice the people closest to him the moment they stopped being useful to the channel. This is the story of Kid Behind a Camera, and is one of the most overlooked and underreported.
And like I said, he did get arrested for abusing Bridget. He did go to jail. I did a video on that a while ago. He's just a scum.
Falls from grace in the history of the platform. Michael Green launched his YouTube channel in 2006, placing him among the earliest wave of creators to build a presence on the platform before anyone fully understood what YouTube could become. His first videos were low budget, unremarkable, and drew very little attention. He was a young guy with a camera and no particular formula, which describes thousands of early YouTube accounts that never went anywhere. The channel found its identity when Michael began regularly featuring his father, Charles. Charles was loud, opinionated, emotionally volatile.
Yeah, he knew his father was good. He knew he wasn't going to get views, because his videos, just the kid behind the camera, his videos now, his views are way down. That's why he clickbaits everybody. But he knew his dad was the way to get views, and then arguing with his dad and playing pranks on his dad. So he exploited his dad.
Absolutely no filter tend to be. He became the character Angry Grandpa, and that character, if it can even be called that, given how much of it was simply Charles being Charles, became the engine that drove everything the channel built. The formula was deceptively simple. Michael would identify something he knew would upset his father, engineer the situation, place the camera in a position to capture the reaction, and upload the result. Fast food orders with missing or wrong items, household messes left for Charles to find, surprise visitors and belongings destroyed or rearranged. Charles would explode, the audience would share it, and the channel would grow another increment larger.
So you got ideas more but you're not got anything.
And this is just him fighting. I'm not really interested in reacting to this. These are just old clips of him fighting with his dad.
Producer, the director, the editor had accumulated millions of subscribers. An Angry Grandpa had crossed from YouTube personality into something approaching genuine internet celebrity. Michael was the producer, the director, the editor, and the man consistently behind the camera. Charles was the reason the camera was worth pointing at anything. A full generation of viewers grew up watching that dynamic play out across hundreds of videos, and the vast majority of them thought it was straightforward entertainment. What it also was, and what took years, but would become one of the most significant.
Here, now I think they're going to talk about how him and Bridget met each other. You can see how much younger, in this video they're going to show here, you can see how much younger Bridget is than Michael. And this is, I think, the first video that he had her in. She looks like she's about 16 or 17 years old.
Preview of the way Michael Green related to every significant person in his life. But before the cracks in that picture became fully visible to the audience watching at home, there was another person being slowly pulled into the frame. And her story reveals something about Michael that the prank videos never quite could. In 2010, Michael met a woman named Bridget, and the relationship that followed would become one of the most significant and most damaging threads running through the channel's next decade. In his own telling,
yeah, it definitely is.
The early period was defined by genuine connection, long conversations, shared interests, and an emotional closeness that developed through phone calls before the two had even met in person.
Kid behind a camera here.
Here we go.
Bridget
Look how much
there.
younger. Look how much younger. Oh my God. Look how much younger than him. Look how much younger than him she looks. Oh, ugh.
Hey.
A lot of you have been asking me, there's some lightning over there. I'm expecting to get struck before the end of the video.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We just made the coolest porn video. But you'll never see it.
It's not true.
It's true.
It's not true.
It's true. It happened in the bathroom.
Okay, that's true. Okay, a lot of you have been asking me about the first time me and Bridget went.
Hey!
The first time me and Bridget met, where we met, how we met. So because it's our anniversary, I'm going to explain that story to you. So,
It's your anniversary. She's 16 years old, Michael. She's 16 years old.
2008 on MySpace. That's a site. If you go to myspace.com, that's a place that you meet people at. A place for fun.
Yeah, we all know what MySpace is, Michael.
They got my space.
God, your space is wide, isn't it?
No.
Ugh, God.
Anyway, so we met on MySpace. I saw her picture. I started talking to her, told her she was pretty. She agreed to go out on a date with me.
No, that's not what happened. You posted a bulletin about Blink-182, and I replied to it first.
Bridget eventually relocated to be with Michael and became a consistent presence in the content.
This
To the
is so
audience,
gross.
she
This
appeared
is so gross. This is, ugh. This is so gross.
to be the stable counterpart to the surrounding chaos. The person who kept things functioning while Michael filmed and Charles exploded. She was likable, she was relatable, and she contributed to what the channel became in ways that went well beyond simply appearing on camera. She was involved in logistics and content decisions and in the day-to-day management of a channel that was pulling in significant viewership and the revenue that came with it. Behind every well-run channel operation is usually someone doing work the subscriber count never reflects. In a kid behind a camera's case, that person was Bridget. In January 2025, the channel entered a bizarre new era of marital instability. Michael published a video announcing a sudden trial separation from Bridget, explicitly based.
Yeah, now they're separate. They're separate. Now they're apparently they're separated. But they do that. But they do this. They do this. They. I don't think they. I don't know if they really are or not. But they do this. 1 minute they're together. 1 minute they're not. I don't know why Bridget would want to stay with him. Like I said, he abused her. I did a video about that. He abused her. The police were called. He started dating her when she was underage. The guy's just a train wreck.
Title was not clickbait. For a viewer base that had been conditioned by years of extreme exaggeration, the announcement was met with immediate, widespread skepticism. People simply could not tell if this was a real, life-altering crisis or just another stunt designed to get views.
Probably a stunt.
Deep into follow-up uploads. Despite claims of an ongoing divorce process and separate living arrangements, the couple continued to film multiple lengthy vlogs together. They would sit down for casual dinners, shop for furniture, and trade light-hearted banter regarding the logistics of their split. This behavior made absolutely no sense to the people watching at home. This constant use of emotional tragedy and standard transactional vlogging created a massive narrative crisis. Even they acknowledged on camera that their own family and fan base no longer trusted them, highlighting the
I wonder why, Michael.
credibility. Bridget openly admitted that they had
I wonder why nobody trusts you.
created this problem themselves because of their history of making every personal event into a major spectacle. The constant need to
Yeah, they do everything. Everything is a spectacle with them.
Honest confessions were now viewed with heavy doubt.
Mom called me. She said, what the f***'s going on, man?
My mom doesn't believe it either. Like, nobody believes this is happening.
Your mom doesn't believe it.
No.
Oh my
She
god.
thinks you're doing like a family prank or something.
Dude, you're just so untrustworthy now. No one believes it. This is the boy who cried wolf.
The prank format that defined the channel's peak years was not simply a creative choice that happened.
You
to
should
work
run
with
away
the
from him,
system,
Bridget.
and
You should
Charles
run
was
away
lost
from him.
material that the system
Run
ran.
away and don't look
Michael's
back.
role in that system was to identify what would provoke his father most effectively, construct the situation, position the camera, and capture the result. Over time, the situations escalated in intensity, and the line between what Charles had agreed to and what was simply being done to him became increasingly difficult to locate. Charles pushed back on this repeatedly and on camera, which is
I agree with him. I agree with that. If you watch a lot of their later videos, it seems like Charles does get more aggravated, and the pranks becomes more of like, you can see in the later ones, the line between prank and just like trying to piss him off deliberately it's hard. I agree with that.
Detail. He said across multiple videos and streams that certain moments he had not wanted filmed had been filmed anyway. That some of what went online was not something he had consented to sharing with an audience of millions. In one exchange that made it into published content, Charles described the experience of looking at the camera during a difficult moment and knowing that whatever happened next was going online regardless of how he felt about it. That is not a description of someone who is enthusiastically signed off on being filmed. That is a description of someone who has accepted that the camera is a permanent fixture and that
Yep.
his son is not going to put it down. What made this dynamic harder to
And he's
dismiss
exploiting him. He's exploiting his father.
outright was that Charles was not a purely unwilling participant. He loved his son, he enjoyed the attention and connection the channel brought him, and he found genuine pleasure in the audience's response to his personality. But those facts do not change what the dynamic looked like from outside, which was a son who had identified that his father's emotional volatility was monetizable and had built an entire career around accessing it on a production schedule.
I agree.
Hey, fly out, play a game!
playing it, and was not always comfortable with the distance between the two. The exploitation criticism also extended to how the channel handled content that any reasonable person would have recognized as too private to post. Videos in which Charles was visibly distressed.
Yes, he did post videos where his dad was visibly upset. There were videos, yeah, there were videos where his father was visibly not happy, visibly upset, and he didn't give shit. He posted them anyway. I mean, the guy is just so exploitive. He's just a terrible person.
Beef went online because the channel had normalized the idea that everything was content. That normalization did not happen by accident. It was the product of years of gradually moving the line until Charles himself could no longer clearly identify where it was. The most serious and the most underreported dimension of the kid behind a camera story is not about pranks or content strategy or financial arrangements. It is about what happened when the camera was off, and the people in Michael's life needed help that had nothing to do with YouTube. Michael Green has been arrested on domestic violence.
Here we go, yeah.
Charges. These are not rumors circulating in comment.
No, they're not. They're not rumors. You can find the tape, the 911 call is on YouTube. And like I said, I did a reaction video to that a while ago.
Sections are allegations that require careful reading between the lines. They are matters of public record supported by arrest documentation, 911 call audio, and the first-hand accounts of the people directly involved in the incidents. A 911 call placed by his wife became public record, and the audio of that call is as direct and as unambiguous as it is difficult to listen to. She is heard describing
it is difficult to listen to.
Police assistance and expressing genuine fear in real time. There is no interpretation required to understand what the call documents. It is a person in a frightening situation asking for help.
You can listen to that fear. You can hear that fear in Bridget's voice. You can hear her cry. See, oh, you can hear her. Listen to this.
Alright, take it. So many times. Hello? I'm still here. Where is he?
He's inside right now.
Okay. No,
you can hear him yelling in the background.
Separated. Does he have any weapons?
No.
Okay. Has anybody been drinking?
Yeah, we saw the bar.
Okay. Do you need EMS?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know.
Now, like I said, Bridget isn't difficult either. But she, I mean, isn't innocent either. But she didn't. This is. I mean, you never. I mean, this is just horrible. I mean, this is horrible that he did this.
No, please spare me. I saw lights, so whatever that means.
You saw lights when you?
Yes.
Did you pass out?
Now, please hurry. Please.
They're on the way. They're already on the way.
Ugh.
Okay.
What a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
what's your name?
Bridget.
What's your name?
Please hurry. Coming.
Okay. I'm staying on the phone with you, okay? What's your name, hon?
I'm running. I got him run right now because I don't trust him.
You're running?
Yes, I'm literally on the road right now because I don't trust him.
Alright, is he actively chasing you?
Woo! He's calling my name. No! I got the cops on you! Leave me alone! Go!
The arrest audio that followed added further documentation of what had occurred, with responding officers recording the situation at the scene, in terms consistent with the call that brought them there. What the audio captures is not ambiguous, and it was not easy for even sympathetic ears to explain away once it became widely circulated. What made this especially significant in the context of the full kid behind a camera story was the response from the channel's audience when the information became public. A portion of the fan base chose to disbelieve the documentation.
I can't believe that anybody wouldn't believe that. It's on freaking tape. It's on tape.
circumstances or of a mutually difficult relationship. The 911 call audio and the arrest records were treated by segments of the audience as things requiring explanation, rather than things requiring accountability. That response is not unique to this situation. It is a pattern that appears consistently when creators with large and emotionally invested audiences face serious allegations. The size and loyalty of the fan base function as a structural buffer between the creator and the consequences of documented behavior. And in Michael's case, that buffer was substantial enough to absorb information that would have ended a career with a smaller or less attached audience. The people who raised the arrest publicly, who shared the audio, who insisted the documentation be taken seriously rather than explained away, were treated by portions of the fan base as attackers,
Yeah.
rather than as people pointing at a factual.
That's another thing. That's another thing. It's the fans, his fans that love him, his fans are sick. I mean, they'll defend him no matter what he does. I'm sure I'm probably gonna get troll comments on this video too, but I don't give a shit. They're probably gonna come after me. They're gonna write stuff in my comment section, and they're gonna come after me. But I don't care. They'll defend him no matter what he does. But I don't care. I'm still gonna put the video up.
The amount of time it took for the broader conversation about Michael's behavior to develop into something that could not be dismissed. The arrests did not exist in a vacuum. They were part of a wider behavioral record that connected to everything Bridget had described, to what others would later describe, and to the way Michael had consistently handled the people around him throughout his time on the platform. The domestic violence record was the most serious entry in that record, but it was not the only one. In his famous interview with Boogie 2988, Michael refuted claims of being to either Bridget or the kids in his care. He proceeded to talk about growing up around abuse, which he said left him with anxiety and trouble controlling his temper as an adult. He also said his father had raised him to believe a man never puts his hands on a woman, but he admitted that when arguing was bad, he was
all right, Michael. Yeah, you know what? A man never should put his hands. You don't put your hands on a woman. A man never should put his hands on a woman, and you don't put your hands on a woman. If you put your hands on a woman, you're a piece of shit. But that didn't stop you, did it?
To another room, and Bridget would follow him instead of letting the fight end.
Me, that a man who puts his hands on a woman isn't a man at all. Amen. And I believe that. I would never lay a hand on Bridget.
Well, there's a 911 call that says different.
I have a thing.
Well, she didn't actually say he put his hands on her, but he was running afterwards, so I'm sure something happened.
And Bridget's problem when we're arguing is she don't want to let it go. She wants to keep doing this when I'm ready to walk away. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the room. I'm going to listen to music. She follows me into the room, you know?
He then admitted to something else, breaking things around the house when he got angry, saying it happened mostly a few years back, and that he has since gotten better at handling his anger without doing that.
I don't believe that.
The admission came next. Michael said that during arguments, he would sometimes say cruel things to Bridget on purpose, including repeating some of the same insults his critics used against her online, and that he knew it had hurt her self-esteem.
I've never gotten to the point where I want to lay a hand on her. Like, I've never, like...
I don't believe that.
I've broken stuff. Definitely. It's like, if I'm pissed, I'll...
If you've broken
stuff...
stuff...
That's not okay. You know what I mean? But a lot of that was probably 2013, 2014. And I've gotten a lot better at coping with that, but I would never lay a hand on Bridget. I would never.
He said he has since apologized and stopped doing it, but he also connected the behavior directly back to his own childhood, saying he grew up in a house where his father was verbally abusive toward his mother, and that some part of him had once seen that as normal. In the interview, Michael was also confronted
And you know what? That's enough of this. But let's see here. Let's click on this video. This video was he. Let's look at some of his videos now. Let's see what's going on with him. There's a video he uploaded 3 weeks ago, and it says Charlie Chill was arrested. Now, Charlie Chill I think that's his brother, and that's another, he's messed up too. This whole family's messed up. That's another huge rabbit hole. If you want me to do a video about Charlie Chill, let me know in the comments. But let's see what's happening here.
University helps you earn your degree affordably with access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses, so you can get...
Yeah, it's true. My brother has been arrested, and I don't know when he's getting out. We are going to start off the vlog with a little cooking. Now,
So you start the video off with that, Michael, but then you start cooking. You see,
do Angry Grandpa's pot roast recipe, and on top of that, it's too unhealthy, okay? I don't know if you can tell, but my weight is ballooning again, so I need to do something about it. Did you say frickin'?
Yes.
But you can't lift it, it's too heavy.
See, I'm fast forwarding through this because it just looks like he's
We're
cooking
not filming it.
Y'all need to be very excited, like
all
you
through
love
this.
me, care about me, and miss me.
Yeah, I think they can pull this off.
Yeah, like scream.
The acting performance of... Charlie's back in jail.
What?
Fuck this, man. There's always something. Right when things start going like well and going good, shit like this fucking happens, bro.
So Charlie Kill is back and apparently he's back in jail.
That Spider-Man bed is cool. I wonder what he did.
Yo, it's your brother. Mom is telling me that you got arrested, so call me back as soon as like possible. I guess we got. Apparently, Charlie just got arrested. It can't be for like child support because his daughter's like 20 now.
Right? It's gonna be something else.
What do you like? What is this like?
I'm curious.
We gotta have it. Like, oh my god.
I'm curious.
What could possibly happen? He's been arrested for something. Like, come on, dude. I don't want to do this right now. Hey, Michael, all the Charlie got arrested. You're never seeing him again.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
Now look what he just did to that.
Oh, Charlie.
Now look what he just did to that kid. Look what he, oh my god. What the F is wrong with you, man? You just went in there, even if the guy wasn't, even if he was arrested, you don't go in there and tell a little kid, hey, your Uncle Charlie got arrested, you're never gonna see him again. What is wrong with you?
Present? No, honey.
There's a difference between prison and jail, okay?
You'll see him again, and
But we don't know what he did. He might have killed someone.
Oh my god! Why would you say that in front of him?
I don't know the answer here.
Our kids actually love him for some reason.
Yeah, well, if he's in prison for murder, then they probably know he's never coming back.
I hate that he cut.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Dude, I'm calling Erica.
Clearly that didn't happen.
Hey, Erica, it's Michael. I'm trying to get in touch with you guys because apparently Charlie's in jail for... And then know what's going on.
What if she's in jail?
Oh, it does sound like he's in jail for that. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube because they might take my video down.
Two.
Could have been drugs.
I think they got in a fight. That's.
Stop putting that in the universe, okay? Gosh, that's all I need. People talk about that again. Oh, this is all our answer machine. What is it?
I don't know.
Let's tell them Uncle Charlie's not in jail. And then if it ends up he's in jail forever, just say die. Hey.
Oh my god! So, no, hold on. You are gonna F these kids up so bad. So now you're gonna tell them that he's not in jail. But if he is in jail and he's in jail for like forever, for like years, you're gonna tell him he died. You're gonna tell them that he died instead of telling them the truth. What the hell is wrong with you, man?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just joking, actually. You're fine. Go play.
Uncle Charlie's fine, Michael. Jesus.
I can't take it anymore. Nah, I can't react anymore. This is pissing me off. That's pissing me off. I can't take it anymore. This guy is so messed up. He's a train wreck. They need to take down his channel. His channel needs to be taken down. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just can't believe this. I just can't believe this. Let me know what you think about him in the comments. His channel needs to be taken down. I mean, he's one of the worst YouTubers out there. It's a shame. He's one of the worst out there. So, that's it for this video. If this is your first time over here, please hit the like and subscribe button, and please hit the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I do a new video or a live stream. Until next time, remember, peace and love. Peace and love is the only way.